Good morning. We're at the Casa de Bobolas. I know, does that sound funny? Anyway, it's a little overcast for the beach today, but I just wanted to brighten things up. Oh yeah, brighten things up a little bit with this color. But there's a lot of things going on in news. But for now, let's bring Oldecam on for comments on the headlines of today. Anticipation grows over Obama's tour of the Mideast and Europe.
Yeah, they're trying to see if he puts his foot into it. He's already decided not to have pictures taken with people wearing turbans or in traditional dress in Afghanistan. They're all wearing business clothes.
Oil prices fall in the biggest weekly drop ever after stunning sell-off.
Yeah, but they're already starting to rise. And they'll get cheered off.
Someone's coming to join.
Right.
Judge restores gray wolves hunting ban in northern Rockies.
Yeah, because they put them there. You know, they put the ban on it so the breed could rebuild itself, not to be exterminated.
A 540-calorie Big Mac. New York food chains both post calorie info.
And it's the most asinine thing. They say now that this will force these chains into bringing more healthy foods into their fast food restaurants. I hate to tell people this, but you don't go to a fast food restaurant to buy health food. You go there to buy the junk they're selling.
And because you want it fast.
That's right.
That's right. Animation master Miyazaki's new film hit screens in Japan.
Yeah, I mean, more anime. I really don't. I'm not turned on by anime.
Midnight Stampede to the Dark Knight sets box office record.
Yeah, and it set the second record. They just announced it did like $66 million its first day on top of the $18 million it made overnight.
Well, and we had an idea because of pre-sales.
The pre-sales were like $100 million.
So we'll see how bright the Dark Knight can be.
Yeah.
If it lasts longer than a week. Bush agrees to time horizon on Iraq troop cuts.
Well, yeah, because everybody knows it's coming. No matter what presidents you have, it's just a matter, are they going to bring the troops out within 24 hours or are they going to let them be there for 16 months in a withdrawal?
Crane collapses at Houston refinery, killing 4.
Yeah, these big cranes on these sites are just, everywhere you look, they're falling down. I mean, we've been going by one that is so far hung out over the street that it looks like it's going to fall at any moment.
Well, I had heard that isn't there special training or something for that? Or they don't have to licensing?
Well, when I was younger and they first started doing these things, they put them inside the elevator shafts of the building so that you could simply, they formed the shaft and went up. Nowadays, they hang them out over the sides of buildings.
Well, physics in action. Foes no more. McCain and Romney warm to each other.
Yeah, basically Romney wants a position in the cabinet. He's not going to be vice president, though.
Soccer team members help subdue man on flight.
Yeah, they tackled a naked guy and made him put his clothes on. A guy said that we would have preferred it was a naked woman, but you can't make your choices.
Sing us one last song at Shea, Piano Man.
Yeah, Paul McCartney, Billy Joel, a whole bunch of people were there, signing out the last days of Shea Stadium.
Oh. The last days?
The last days, they're tearing the ballpark down.
That's sad. Hundreds of baby penguins found dead in Brazil.
Yeah, well, that's basically, it's abnormal for the total amount, but it's not abnormal for that happening. They just figure that, you got the oxymoron. There were either too many chicks born and they went out in the current looking for food and drowned, or there weren't enough chicks born and they went out into the... I know, it's so ridiculous, isn't it?
So either way, it's the same result.
It's the same result. There's not, basically, the status is quo now.
Police body at home of woman who claimed a baby by.
Yeah, she's still claiming that she doesn't know anything about it.
Well, okay. Conjoined barn swallows cause stir in Arkansas.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good, anything causes stir in Arkansas.
Conjoined barn swallows?
Yeah, they had 2 yolks and 1 egg.
Oh, I was thinking they were older. 2 yolks and 1, oh boy. Okay, Ed McMahon sues hospital, others over neck injury.
Well, yeah, because he says that, basically the fall, started the problem, and then the doctors misdiagnosed the situation. He's had 3 surgeries to try to correct what should have been correct to begin with.
Proposed George W. Bush sewage plant makes ballot.
I know. I mean, this
A
is
sewage
you
plant.
really get tired of people. They want to know why there is the war of, why the Republicans and Democrats are at war continually. You know, there's going to be tit for tat. They're going to go after somebody like Bill Clinton now.
For what?
You know, insult him like that because they said this was, in response to George Bush's inhumane policies in Iraq, his killing of innocent people.
Oh. Pope apologizes for clergy sexual abuse.
Yeah, but they really haven't stopped it.
Beijing begins massive Olympic shutdown.
Yeah, they want to make certain they're cleaning the streets, they're pulling cars off. You know, they want to make certain that those few people that actually are coming, because if you want to go to the Olympics and you got a passport, there are a lot of rooms in Beijing. Just remember that you're going to have a personal bodyguard with you everywhere you go, though.
I don't know if I'd call him a bodyguard.
Well, actually, they're government snoops, but...
McCain, Conan agree. Age jokes getting old.
Yeah, but it basically is starting to get under McCain's hide where, I knew Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan was very proud of the fact that he knew Abraham Lincoln.
Mm-hmm. And what did he say? His candidates' youth would be used against them.
That's right.
Judge restores protection for Rockies wolves.
Yeah, I mean, all over the place, they're restoring protection for endangered animals that got off the list and are now being whacked by hunters.
Judge, water delivery system harms California salmon.
Yeah, mainly, to hell with the people, save the fish.
Oh, was there an environmentalist involved?
That's right.
Purdue panel finds misconduct by fusion scientist.
Well, he made a profit off of it.
Tiny bug threatens California citrus industry.
Oh, I mean, bugs are always. That's why we have stops at the borders coming in because, it's a funny thing. You depend upon one set of bugs, fruit flies, in order to make everything work in California. If you get somebody else's bugs in, it screws up the whole system.
Web networking photos come back to bite defendants.
Yeah, I mean, some moron plants a picture of himself on the internet and lets everybody knows where he's at.
What?
Criminals are not very bright. That's why they're criminals.
iPhone's hot even in places Apple has yet to reach.
I know, isn't that something? I mean, they're buying iPhones even though they don't work.
For what?
So that they can sit there, I have an iPhone. It doesn't function and
Well,
may never function.
Apple has got it on that cool factor, don't they?
That's right. They want to be cool.
Big shareholder backs Yahoo board over Icon.
The largest independent shareholder, he basically has said, but if Carl Icahn will go for a higher price, he's more than willing to work. So the board of directors and Jerry Yang have got trouble because this guy can be bought.
GM researchers high-tech windshields to aid vision.
Yeah, why don't they try building a car that people can afford, then worry about all the tinker toys?
AMD changes CEO as turnaround pressure intensifies.
Yeah, I think it has changed people a couple of weeks ago. Well, AMD is going down the drain because no matter what they're telling you, computer sales are going this direction. They're not going up.
Rome bans snacking near famous monuments.
That's because they want to get you into the higher price cafes nearby.
Ah, I see. Park tests hybrid buses in McKinley's shadow.
I mean, I would have thought that they had those things in the parks years ago, and unfortunately, they simply didn't heed the warnings either.
John McCain had a message Friday for Katie, Brian, Charlie, and other traveling TV anchors. Don't forget about me.
Well, they're not going to forget about him. They're just not going to bother with him.
A Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
Often what you don't think is going to bite you, bites you.
Monty?